guys, Erik here, publisher of Lakes Scuttlebutt magazine, and I'm excited to be joining you today from our Zoom room here in Toledo, Ohio. This is where we get to bring you some great news and information about what's going on in the Great Lakes. Today, I'm excited to be asked by the Michigan Boating Industry Association to talk to some of their members of the Clean Marina Program. And we are delighted to be joined by Madeleine Walstrom at Walstrom Marine up in northern Michigan. Madeleine, how are you today?
I'm great, Erik. How are you doing?
I'm doing real good. Thanks so much for joining me.
Of course. It's my pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about Walstrom Marine.
Yep, we've got 5 locations. Our main location is in Harbor Springs, and we're right on Lake Michigan, and we just opened a new location in Traverse City, so we're really excited about that, and we're celebrating our 75th anniversary next year, so got a lot of exciting stuff happening.
There is a whole bunch of cool stuff happening at Walstrom Marine right now. And one of the highlights of what it is that you guys do up there is you're part of the Clean Marina Program for MBIA. Tell us a little bit about what that relationship is like. How did you achieve that status?
Well, it was quite simple, actually. My dad started it back in 2004. He was working pretty closely with the MBIA and putting together kind of a checklist for marinas to go through that support their best management practices, and just going through different things that a marina can do to help the environment and make sure that we're protecting it and preserving it.
Yeah, so do you guys have a Clean Marina consultant that you normally go through in order to make sure that you're keeping up to speed with all the new rules and laws and regulations that are out there?
Yeah, we do, and we make sure that we go to the classes every single year. We send our dock master to an off-site location where the MBIA puts them through a class, and they make sure that we're still up to date with everything, as well as the new ideas that are coming out for the future.
You guys currently proudly display your Clean Marina flag there at Walstrom Marine?
Oh yeah, we do. Down on the fuel dock as well at our different locations, so everybody knows.
Well, I know that the MBIA puts out a lot of different press releases about the Clean Marina Program. They do a lot of different marketing at boat shows through our publication, through some other outlets. Have you guys found that to be an advantage to your marina, the marketing efforts that the MBIA puts out on your behalf?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that people, especially in this day and age, are really looking to support businesses that are willing to support the things that they love, such as the lake and such as boating and things like that. I mean, they want to invest their money in people that are willing to put it in the right place. So,
well, let me ask you this way, Madeleine. How has the Clean Marina Program benefited not just your marina, but also your community there in Harbor Springs?
Amazingly, actually. I've been shocked to see how well it's spread out through the community. We have been working with the elementary schools here and got the 5th grade class in on making a storm drain in our community parks and things. So we were applying it at our marina, but then we worked with the city and got the 5th graders involved to start implementing some of the practices in our local parks. And we've also become a lot closer with our recycle center, and using that to recycle our shrink wrap. We've come up with an entire situation where we can send it to them, and then they send it out to Wisconsin to be remanufactured into like decking and docks and things. It's really an amazing symbiotic relationship.
No, that's very cool. And as boaters, us all being water people, we want to make sure that we're being good to Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is so good to us.
I agree completely. Yeah.
What would you like to see next from the Clean Marina Program, or what is your favorite part of what the Clean Marina Program has to offer?
I think as far as looking forward, I'd be really excited to see us expanding into not just marinas, but helping the manufacturers become more able to be sustainable in their practices as well. And possibly, things such as like fiberglass recycling, that's going to be a big issue for the next upcoming years as we see fiberglass starting to build up with these old boats that nobody knows what to do with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really a challenge. We've got ship graveyards full of a lot of fiberglass, and nobody knows what to really do with them yet. So that would be nice. So
Yeah.
there at your marina, I'm curious, what are some of the areas that are most affected by the Clean Marina program? Is it your fish cleaning station, the service areas, the fuel docks, or all the above?
I would say, yeah, you hit on some really good ones. The fuel docks, because we service the only fuel dock in Harbor Springs, so we really try to implement that, and everyone that comes to us by default has to follow those guidelines. And also the waste management practices are really important for us. We've removed our oil treatment when there's waste oil and waste gasoline, so it's very far away from the water, so there's no possibility of that getting in the lake. So that's a successful project.
I know an awful lot of boats in the fall time will use pink pop for their winterization needs, and you need to recycle that appropriately. Is that part of the current Clean Marina Program certification?
Yeah, that is. And I am a little bit less familiar with that. But I know that we always use our non-tox, which is completely clean for the environment, and we don't do anything in the water when we're using our pink pop per se.
Right.
We make sure that we haul the boats out in the appropriate manner with our certified technicians that are going to school for exactly how to do that in the proper way.
Well, and this is all really about keeping the Clean Marina environmentally friendly and safe and enjoying the water responsibly. Well, and talking about safety, there's a real concern in all the marinas across the United States, or around the world for that matter, about electric shock. What are some of the priorities that you guys put in place in order to prevent electric shock if they're in your marina?
Well, first of all, every season we have a meeting with all of our employees to educate them on what it is and how to do it. And we put in a practice plan on what to do if that were to happen. So just, I think, educating people on what to do in panic and stuff like that. And then educating our boaters. So putting up signs everywhere saying, hey guys, this is a really important issue that has been happening around here, especially with the more power we get on the docks. And then telling people to always shut off their power when they leave the dock, just being safe about things and educating people.
That's a smart way to go about it. There are some other opportunities that a lot of boaters might not necessarily be aware of, like electric shock, but when they're at their gas dock and they have a little bit of oil spillover or a little bit of gas spillover, what are the processes that you guys currently put in place in order to mitigate those effects as quickly as possible?
Well, first of all, we always have somebody manning the fuel with them.
Mm-hmm.
So there would never be somebody unattended with the boat, and it isn't the boat owner that's doing it. It's our trained employees that are fueling the boats and putting oil in them. Mm-hmm. And then we also have different cups that we can put over the valve system. So most of the boats have a valve that overflows when you overflow with fuel by accident or whatnot. And so that will catch it all before it goes into the lake, as well as just saying, guys, we're not going to fill it to 100%. We just fill it to 95, 90%.
That's brilliant, brilliant. I tell you, Madeleine, I'm so impressed with that whole system that you guys have in place up there with the Clean Marina Program at Walstrom. I think it's really a model for a lot of the other marinas throughout the rest of the state, or indeed the rest of the country, to really take notice what you guys are doing. So I'd just like to say on behalf of the Clean Marina Program here in Michigan, the Michigan Boat Industry Association, and Great Lakes Scuttlebutt, well done. Thank you so much for all your efforts. We really, really appreciate it. Anything else that you'd like to say about Walstrom and your efforts with the Clean Marina Program before we close?
No, we're really glad to be a part of it, and thank you guys so much for taking the initiative to start getting this out there. And we're excited about what's going to be happening in the future, because I think we've got a lot going. It's exciting.
Well, you're making me a little jealous there, because I'd love to be on any one of those boats behind you right now.
We've got a few.
Show me that marina if you wouldn't mind. How gorgeous is that? Absolutely outstanding. What a beautiful facility. And I got to tell you, the marina water looks pretty clean.
Oh yeah, it's the clearest. I don't know if you can see how clear that is, but
A little different than
clear,
what we
clear.
have here in Lake Erie, that's for sure. Madeleine, thanks so much for your time today. We greatly appreciate it. We'll look forward to seeing you out on the water, and take care of yourself.
You too, Erik. It was great talking to you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
All right.